Hello, true duelists. My name is Craig Fee, and let's take a look at some of the things that made news this week. Edison is dead now, son. Or maybe it's not in North America, just so long as we ignore the fact that it is. It's been a wild week for Time Wizard events here in the TCG. Europeans continue their proud tradition of getting fucked over, this time with the next Battles of Legend set whose name I totally did not forget. OTS Pack 28 comes out in a week. Guess what we know about it? Just blue eyes. Hope you're excited, because it's got blue eyes. What is going on? This notification popped up on my phone unprompted. I didn't ask for this. Did you? I sure hope so, because there's plenty more where that came from. Welcome back to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Update. Thank you for the support these past few weeks. I'm rested up. Let's just jump into this, shall we? It's been one hell of a week for Edison players, with Konami taking the format out back, giving it one of these real quick, and then actually kind of missing, because it's not quite dead, but Lord knows they did shoot it, and it's still kind of dead, really, but it's all just in the course of a few days. It's been a hectic time. It started when players noticed that Konami had updated the frequently asked questions section on the webpage going over the details for the North American World Championship qualifiers to say that at this upcoming World Championship qualifiers for North America, the Time Wizard events would be using current rules and erratas for any retro format. A move so universally despised, it's about the only thing this community has ever come together so universally on, with like 99.9% agreement, other than of course spamming vomiting horses to get ban lists, a move that I happily endorse. You no doubt saw countless videos going over just how stupid of a decision this is, and just how many elements of Edison format in particular, and retro formats in general, this ruins, from making a card like Brain Control effectively useless in Edison, or Ring of Destruction and GOAT formats. In Edison, you've got things like Raiko becoming a non-targeted pop, which is devastating against My China Fortress, or the countless other impacts this has in regards to things like priority, massively impacting the game. It's almost like when they changed the rules to get rid of things like priority, they massively changed the game, and by not having them, you're playing a different fucking game. Who'd have thought? This was of course met with a tried and true take from our community's own Joshua Schmidt that way too many people got angry over, which I guess is at this point just the standard model. I didn't actually watch his take, no idea what it is, probably said that it's fine. I just clicked on the video before making this one and saw this comment and was like, yeah, that's about all I need to see. His opinion's out of date for this, like it's already changed. Who gives a shit? And Lord knows I've clickbaited Joshua enough. Time to get a smidgemeter of different material here on this channel, don't you think? But more than people being mad at Josh for wrongthink, you saw videos from such personalities as the competitive mastermind Ruxin on this issue. Simo made a video that wasn't just a progression series or one of those videos where he shows other card game players' Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And hell, even Gage put out a video on this, breaking a 19-year period where he hadn't done that. And I will not be done. Shut up. I'm right, you're wrong. All of this to call out how impressively stupid this ruling change is. And now, as of yesterday at my time of filming, because I actually had an update to come out on Friday until this dropped Thursday night, and I was like, cool, have to redo all of this. That's gonna be super fucking fun on my Friday off. Konami has hit the Control Z real quick to reverse this decision. Now, at the Time Wizard event at the NAWCQ, you'll be dealing with the traditional Time Wizard format. That is era-appropriate cards and rulings. That's because, you know, Edison has been the one and only good fucking alternate format that this game has had in its 20-year history, and Konami was like, just fuck with it. Just ruin it. What could possibly go wrong? Shut the fuck up, GOAT players. You know your fucking format's trash compared to Edison. It's in the numbers. Shut the fuck up. Notably, however, this is only for the North American World Championship qualifier. Based on the wording here, all future Time Wizard events at YCSs will not be Time Wizard, they'll be Time Travel. That is in line with the Master Duel edition of these events, wherein you're playing with modern cards, modern erratas, and modern rulings. So that's fucking lame. We won out for the WCQ, and all future events still get to suck. Better keep spamming those fucking horses vomiting, I guess. The small victory, though, is that this did initially apply to all OTS stores as well. So if your locals had an Edison scene and they didn't adhere to this new rule change, they'd risk losing official store status for disobeying Konami's tournament policy. But because Konami's sole purpose as a company is to fuck over the people who would enjoy the things that they make, they tried to do it, but they've rolled it back. So now your locals can at least still have fun with Edison, despite Konami North America's team desperately wanting you not to do that. This entire situation, of course, had players looking something a little bit like this, all things considered. Where this gets fun, of course, is the speculation. Is this just to tie it in with Master Duel's time travel events so that it's like a unified thing across the game? Or is this a change because they just want to make finding judges that know the rules easier? Because based on the mention of the Master Duel events in that updated FAQ page, you might have assumed it's to tie it in with those time travel events on Master Duel, until Konami EU came out and said that they aren't doing any of this shit. Their Time Wizard events still get to be enjoyable on that continent, so it really only leaves the option of Konami North America not wanting to dedicate judges to Edison events so they can be lazier in getting people to run those events. Cool. Thanks, Konami. That's sick. That's how I know you give a shit. Almost makes you jealous of the European player base, who apparently don't want to have to see their best format, alternate format killed, and Konami approving it there. But we can't have too many wins for Konami today. EU players also get to suck Konami's left one in regards to this next story coming up after this. This update brought to you by Fat Cock's Hot Chicken. Do you need spicy chicken with a big crunch? Then you can look elsewhere. Fuck all is being sponsored on this video. I've got nothing to sell you. Instead, what this is me complaining about none other than the errata of brain control. You see, brain control first received its errata in 2017 in the TCG when it was released in Duelist Saga, making it no longer able to target monsters that cannot be normal summoned or set. It meant that the utility of taking monster summoned from the extra deck, or even just things like Blackluster Soldier as it would be back in the day, or any monster that has to be special summoned first, are no longer valid targets. And that's important to note because this thing does target. It made the card damn near useless. The majority of things you'd like to take are things from the extra deck these days. It'd be really killer to take a Link 2 and use it as free Link fodder, but instead Konami said, you can go fuck yourself, we're ruining this card and its legacy. But don't worry, mind control was legal the entire time, and in 2020, just 3 years after we got the errata, we'd get Triple Tactics Talent, an effectively infinitely better version, if you want it to be, by having Change of Heart without targeting. You didn't even need to target what you take. It takes at resolution because Triple Tactics Talent is kind of an insane card, hence why it's limited to this day. And by to this day, I mean on the most recent ban list. But either way, it just massacred the fucking card for no reason. And it's not like they weren't aware of the things that they were going to make for the game. They designed these cards. In the time since, not only has Mind Control gone back to 3, but so is Snatch Steal. And Change of Heart is legal again, which is just brain control, but infinitely better, because it doesn't even cost you life points. Clearly, they don't think that taking monsters is that big a deal, but they evidently thought it was at one point in time, and in time they ruined my card. How many times can I say the word time? Not enough for this little critter, let me tell you that much. Anyways, there's really no point to this. I'm just really pissed off that they ruined brain control for no fucking reason. Especially with those lovely little new Edison rules of time travel events. They've just gutted the card to make it bad for the formats where it was fine. Thanks, Konami. I love that. I'm really happy that card got errated, and I'm not at all remotely upset. My mom wanted to see more of the cat in the video. She thinks everyone likes the cat. I like the cat. You like the cat? It's a fucking cat. Because our next story is not a win for Europe, it's a colossal fuck up that entirely screws over European players this time. Everyone loses this week except for me, who has something to talk about. That's good, right?
That's bad!
Because the Battles of Legend, what is Monster Mayhem, Monster Madness, Monster Dick Suck Edition, whatever this one's called, it's not really important, has officially been released at tournament stores and big box stores all across North America as of the release of this video, and nowhere else. because due to a clumping issue in the products, there is a number of starlights not being evenly distributed from the European prints. That means that some of them would have 3 boxes, or 3 starlights in a box, pardon me, as you could see from the pre-release videos hyping up the set from European content creators, but that would mean that other boxes got fuck all in regards to starlights. So that means that the set for Europe, Australia, the Portuguese and Spanish sets for North America, basically if you aren't North American English, you can go fuck yourself, as is clearly displayed in this totally real tweet that I made for the scrapped version of this video, which you'll never get to see and I will provide no further context for. And this does of course mean that the cards in this set will not be legal for tournament play until that set releases in those regions, which Konami has confirmed to be a re-release date of August 28th, which for those of you familiar with the concept of time is after July 25th to 27th, that being the weekend of the European WCQ, meaning that all those new Dragon Maid, Punk, Orcust, Gem Knight, Fabled, Dirac, and Necroz cards will not be legal for play at the premier European event of the year. Also, Australians do get fucked as well, but you forgot they existed, even though I have already mentioned them previously in this video. So is there really news there? Australians say, yeah dude, fuck off. This is of course just a shitty thing. But while it is awful that it got to the printing stage, I will give Konami a modicum of credit that I think it is correct to delay it. Because if some boxes are getting 3 starlights, it's sick if you get one of those boxes. But if you're buying one of the multiple boxes that get fuck all, it will suck tremendously. Not to mention, if Konami advertises these cards and boxes as having certain pull rates, and then releases a product knowingly that does not match those advertised pull rates, I'm pretty sure that EU has laws that will shut that shit down turbo time. They hate things like gambling over there, or as Americans call it, modern sports. This segment brought to you by Duel Kings Bet Edition. Go into debt for the millionaires to make more money off your gambling addiction. And if you think that's me being a shill for Konami, refer again to the fabricated tweet wherein I said Konami told us to suck their left one. I am by no means in their good books or a champion of Konami as a company, but I do think that delaying this for both the sake of the players getting the boxes and not being fucked over by the law is the right thing to do. The thing to bitch about is of course letting it get to that point in the fuck up of improper distribution. That we can bitch about. Fixing the problem that they've made, I do not think is what the fault is. Or, you know, just say Konami bad, who gives a shit? All I care about is the comments to help the algorithms for a YouTube channel, right? Something like that. So get fucked everyone else. This is now the canon map of this earth, according to Konami, and they've got my back with this shit based on their release schedule confirming it. Do not at me. And so, that'll wrap it up for this week's update. As always, I've been your host, Craig Fee. Yeah, that's right, baby. It's me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Not only will you impress your smoking Italian wife, which I hope you've continued to do in these 2 weeks I've had off. You better not be fucking slacking on that. And also, you'll become a true duelist. So make sure you go ahead and do that. Thanks, folks. I will be back next week, as always, on the update. And that's it. Goodbye. All right, boys, we need to fucking turn this shit around. We need to figure this shit out. I need you both to lock the fuck, I guess 3 of you, you're kind of, we need to lock the fuck in. We need to get this done. Please, God, one of you come up. We need a new background. This fucking ancient Egyptian shit, it ain't working right now. You need to, are you even fucking listening?